Me here. How you doing, folks? Good to see you. This is a one-off Lakey Bloke beer review, and this one's going out for Liam Urwin. Now, I've had a bit of a chat with Liam on Facebook, and he's asked me to do a quick review on the Golden Stag, the Festival Golden Stag kit. He's specifically interested in how that's turned out, because he's thinking about doing either the Golden Stag or the IPA. Now, I haven't done the IPA, so I can't speak on how good that is. However, my palate can't really cope with really hoppy IPAs. The lesser hopped IPAs I can cope with, but the ones that are really mental, they're just too much for me, folks. So I can't really comment on the IPA, I'm afraid. Why am I shouting? I'm shouting at you, know. So yeah, I can't really comment on the IPA, but I can comment on this. So I've got my Spiegelau glass. As you know, I like to use the old Spiegelau glass. I've used a proper glass, and I've got a bottle here of the Golden Stag. So let's give it a professional pour for those people that were having a go at me on my cast last week that I can't pour a beer properly. I don't care. I don't see there's anything wrong with my pouring. It's looking really good, this. Just about to see the sediment coming out now. The sediment has settled really quite well at the bottom. But there you go, look at the colour on that. That is golden colour, isn't it? That's what it says on the box. It's fairly clear now, bearing in mind this has come direct from the conservatory. Now the temperatures out in the conservatory at the moment are around about 12 degrees, quite cold out there. Of course, the conservatory isn't going to hold the heat as well as, you know, inside your house, unless you've got loads of heating out there, and we haven't. We've got like a little heating box and a rad that doesn't really chuck out much heat. So I've left the beers out there at the moment, pretty much at a decent temperature. You know, 12 degrees is fine to drink a beer at. It's cold enough for you to get the flavours out and understand how good your beer is. There's a decent head on there, look. Remember, I've got small fingers, so I would say if you've got big hands, I know some of you lads out there have got big hands, there's just under a finger's worth of head on there. Very pleasant carbonation. This was batch primed with the sugar that came with the kit. It gives you just the right amount of sugar. I mean, the festival kit is so easy to do. It comes with the hops, you chuck the hops in, and it's just, honestly, it's dead easy. An idiot can do it. In fact, an idiot did do it. You're looking at him now. So I thought I'd give it a go. Let's give it a little bit of a smell. Yeah, instantly I've got the Cascade smacking me in the face there, but not massively. You know, it's not too much. It's just about right, I would say. Because if you get too much Cascade, it can be a little bit overpowering. And the back end, there's some sort of, when I say the back end, I mean there's a little bit. Columbus. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a very nice beer, folks. A very nice beer indeed. Now what you get is you get the citrus from the Cascade initially, and then towards the back end you get the bittering that's from the Columbus, but there's still a hint of citrus in that Columbus hop, which works quite well, I think, with the Cascade. Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about this is that sometimes it makes you think about what hops you would throw together. Now, I've been doing Cascade ales for a while now, and the last Cascade ale I did was just Cascade. It's a single hop Cascade, but with a fair amount of Cascade thrown in there. It was a dark ale. I used amber malt as well as malt extract, but I threw in quite a lot of Cascade at different points on the boil, and it's come out really pleasant. And I'll do another review on that one, folks, so you can get a better understanding as to how nice that one's turned out. And I'm hesitating here as I'm talking because I've got a bit of wind. There we go, little burp. But hey, do you like the Christmas hat? It's good, isn't it? Got a little Christmas hat for the cast tomorrow night. Liam was on the cast last week, so cheers, Liam. This is for you, mate. He asked for some Chaz and Dave, and we don't mind Chaz and Dave. We like a little bit of Chaz and Dave. Being the sort of Mockney Essex geezer that I am, we like Chaz and Dave in Essex. So we threw that on. This weekend we're going to be doing a Lakey Bloke Soul Weekender. We're making a start on that. And yeah, we'll be playing some Chaz and Dave, no doubt, for Liam if he's there. But this is for you, Liam, really. Definitely give this a go, mate. It's well worth it. I mean, it's very clear now. That is very pleasantly clear, and you can see me through it, really, can't you? Sorry about that, but you can. When I first did this particular beer, I was a little bit worried initially because you do throw in quite a lot of hops. And I wasn't too sure whether the two hops would go together well, and whether they would work, and whether I might find it a little bit too overpowering. So I tried a little sip of it a couple of weeks after it finished carbonating, and it was still at that point quite cloudy. It wasn't, you know, massively cloudy and dense, but it was, you couldn't really see through it as clear as you can now. I mean, that's pretty much perfect now, isn't it, really? Perfect golden ale. I mean, if you got served this in a pub, you'd be well happy with it. There's a decent amount of lacing on there as well. Excellent amount of carbonation. Fantastic beer, folks. Really is nice, really pleasant. It goes down so well. It's really smooth, with just the right amount of bitter in. I would say if you threw any more bittering hops in there, it would probably be a little bit too much for me. It's just about right. It really is. It's a fantastic beer, and you can do this on your own though. You can recreate this yourself, you know. You get some malt extract, you get yourself some Cascade hops, some Columbus, at various stages on the boil. You chuck them in and you give it a go. But you know, once you've paid for the hops and the malt extract, or you know, if you're doing an all grain, the grain, you probably end up paying not too much far away from the actual price of the kit. Maybe a little bit less if you're doing an all grain, but if you're doing a malt extract version, yeah, it'll probably end up costing the same amount of money. So definitely give this kit a go, folks. It's really pleasant. I mean, at first I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't like it. As I said, it was quite overpowering at first, but it's had time to settle now, and it's not as predominantly hoppy as it was when I first tried it a few months ago. So now I would suggest is the time for me to finish this, because if you leave it too much longer, I suspect those hops are gonna die. Not die, but the flavouring is not going to be as good as it is now, and it will fade. The taste obviously fades with time. I might be wrong, but I think this kind of beer, you want to drink it young, and you know, a couple of months 8 weeks after you finish fermentation, so you're looking at 10 weeks total, is probably the right amount of time to give this a go. So there it is, the Festival Golden Stag fantastic beer. Out of 10, gets a 9 easy. Gets a 9. It's smooth, there's a decent amount of lacing in there, there's the right amount of carbonation, and with the kit, as I said, you get everything you need to do it, and you get a little sugar pack so you can do your bulk priming with just the right amount of sugar. Excellent, excellent beer, folks. So cheers, Liam, mate. Hope you found this of some use. It really is a citrusy ale with a little bit of bitter in, and it's very pleasant indeed. So let's move on to the next one, folks. Let's go and revisit Lakey Bloke's Cascade Ale and see how we get on. Alright, ta-ra for now.